Good evening, and welcome to tonight's LEGO stream. Good evening. I know it's been a lot longer since I was planning to stream. It's been about 3 weeks. Uh, for Halloween, I went away on a family visit for a couple days, and then after I came back, I was dealing with some ongoing health issues, and I was really sick last week. But I'm getting better now, and we're gonna stream Lego tonight. And I know I've been talking about doing game streams for a while, and even some music streams. I am having some setbacks on that front. My games library on Steam got corrupted, and I think I'm basically gonna have to restart all my games. So, gaming most likely is going to be a 2026 project at this point, because also there's not going to streams are going to be spotty for the next few weeks as we go into the holidays. There's the normal holiday stuff. There's probably going to be a studio move in the next few weeks as well. So yeah, a lot going on the next few weeks. There probably won't be too many streams, but I'll try and get on a few times. But for tonight, we have something really special. Monday, this past Monday, November 17th, is traditionally celebrated by the Star Wars fandom, as Life Day. Life Day, of course, being the Star Wars in universe version of Christmas. Funny thing about Life Day is it's celebrated on November 17th because that was the date that the notorious, infamous Star Wars Holiday Special aired. It was a weird production about Chewbacca's family that came out for the holiday season on November 17th, 1978. And Lucas hated it. And it was made like last minute on zero budget. And Lucas hated it. And so he buried it. And it got around on VHS bootlegs after its only airing ever. But even when Disney bought Star Wars, they respected George's wishes and continue to keep it buried, and it's still only available by that bootleg that's been circulating. It's easy to find though, so it's But the thing is, even though the that original Star Wars Holiday Special has been is constantly denied, Disney still decided that officially they're going to make its air date, November 17th, the official Life Day to celebrate within Galaxy's Edge at the parks. So they do have Life Day. Merchandise, and apparently there's the Life Day exclusive experiences in Disneyland, not World, from what I heard. Um, but I'm rambling now. So Life Day is an official thing under Disney, even though the thing that started Life Day is it's officially called Lost Media, but it's really not. The bootlegs are easy to find. It's really weird. There's like Chewbacca's grandpa. Uh, Chewbacca's grandpa has like weird porn holovid, and there's like a cooking show with a weird chef, and the night shift bartender at the Mos Eisley Cantina is this popular singer from the 70s. I forget her name, and she sings a really cool song. And there's a rock band who does a performance, and there's a hollow projector circus act that the kid Wookiee watches. It's really weird. And then drugged up Carrie Fisher in a cameo as Princess Leia, but clearly on drugs, sings a weird song about life. It's really weird. One of the more unique pieces of Star Wars media, I would say, and it was so early on that certain things in the backstory hadn't even been locked in yet. The Wookiee planet is called Kashyyyk in the video. Um, so not quite locked in on Kashyyyk, which is what it's known as now, what it's been known as in canon for many, many, many years. But yeah, originally called Kashyyyk. So anyways, enough about the Wookiees. I've been rambling too much. Let's look at today's Lego set. So this is the Gingerbread AT-AT, a surprise release from Lego this year, as in it wasn't revealed until the week before it released. It released on the October 1st wave, so that people could get it in time for the holidays, but it's been on constant back order since coming out. And it comes with an exclusive Darth Vader variant, who we will take a look at later. So this is the AT-AT. This AT-AT has been done up in holiday colors. This is the third set Lego has done combining Star Wars and the holiday season, not counting the advent calendars. This is not my first Star Wars holiday set. I actually have the Millennium Falcon holiday diorama, which with Christmas sweater versions of Rey and Finn, and BB-8's in there, and I gave an extra Santa hat to my BB-8 figure from that set. That there isn't actually a Santa hat in the set, but and then Chewbacca and a Porg are in there also, and a small Christmas tree and snowflakes and lights, and Finn is cutting the turkey with a lightsaber. So yeah, that was a fun set. We actually did that early on in the Lego part of the stream. If you go to my Lego playlist, my Lego Star Wars playlist, it's one of the first few Lego sets I did when starting this collection. But here we have this year's Lego Star Wars set, which is the Gingerbread AT-AT. So it's the Empire's turn to celebrate the holidays. Okay, I've talked a lot. Let's get into it. Like I said, Life Day was actually Monday. We're here today because I was sick this week, but I'm getting better. So, yeah. Here's the front of the box. You can see, yeah, the set. And then here's the back of the box, showing a little holiday scene. Inset pictures show you can either put Vader in a cozy holiday decorated room in the middle of the AT-AT, or you can put him in the cockpit to drive the thing. And it's in a wintry landscape, but that is not Hoth. That is probably the North Pole, because you see a Christmas tree in the scenery there. Christmas tree not included in the set, of course. Let's go ahead and get this opened. But before I do, let me just test and make sure my audio is working and I didn't just waste 10 minutes of talking. Make sure my audio is working. Yeah, okay, so audio is good. I had to check that because I had a little issue before I started stream. So let's get this open. I actually did a 1,200 piece Lego set off stream a few days ago while I was sick. And for the first time ever, I did a full build without dropping a single piece on the floor. Of course, you guys won't believe me because that's the thing that happens on this channel. But hold on one second. I'm having, there it is, okay. I set aside a piece from another set for a packet, for storage. Let me fix the camera, because it looks like I just knocked out the camera, or I knocked it out of position is what I meant to say. That's a little bit better. Alright, let's get into this. Okay. Alright. nothing left in the box. Let's go ahead and get right into this. Let's see what we've got here. 1, 5, 3, 2, 4. Give me one moment to make sure there's nothing important happening here. Okay. 5, 4, 3, and 2. We'll keep bag 1 on the table. It doesn't look like there's a sticker sheet, so let's go ahead and get started. And you can see in the bag, we do get a separator with this set, so I don't have to pull out a spare right now. I'm up to almost 50 separators, and of course, the instruction book. You know what we do with this. And we are good to go. Let's begin. Bag 1 to be opened. It also came with these 2 string bits that I assume the light decorations are going to go on. We'll just set those aside so they're called for. So it looks like bag 1 is going to start with the 1 minifigure in the set, the Gingerbread Darth Vader variant. And of course, this little paper packet is going to, the cardboard packet here is going to hold the cape. But first, let's go ahead and put him together. So we need the cape, and then we need his little mouthpiece. We need to find the mouthpiece and the headpiece. I want to have everything ready to go here. There's the mouthpiece. So let's get... Oh, that's nice. It's a printed cape. You don't see that. You don't see that every day. You get this gingerbread pattern on the back with the frosting, and then you have it's dual colored, so it's a different. The inside is this white color, which contrasts nicely with the brown of the suit. Let me go ahead and start assembling him. And then we get the bottom piece. We get the bottom neck piece here over the cape. And then we put the head on. And the head is nothing special. It's just a plain, unprinted, gingerbread colored headpiece. But there's no face or anything. But you wouldn't expect there to be, because this is Darth Vader, so he gets the helmet over that. Let me fix the cape here, and then we will take a look at the figure, and then we'll start building. So here is Gingerbread Darth Vader. Camera's not focusing too well. This is actually the second Vader variant in my collection. I also have the all-white Jedi Vader from the Dark Falcon set, which we did a few months ago. You can see that on my YouTube playlists if you go. But there's Gingerbread Vader. There's his cape one more time. And he's going to get his red lightsaber. And it also shows that he's supposed to be holding a holiday treat. But with his helmet, how does he eat that holiday treat? I do not know. But I'm actually going to make a little adjustment here. I'm going to put his little pastry as a lightsaber decoration. Oh, that's not coming out on camera. It's basically a cookie with sprinkles. I'm going to make that a decoration for his lightsaber hilt. And in his offhand, instead of the cookie, I am going to give him this candy cane that's in my parts pile. Actually, you know what would be even more awesome? Should I make a candy cane lightsaber? Alright, let's take the blade off. And let's put this on like this. And now, Darth Vader has a candy cane lightsaber with a cookie pommel decoration there. And I think he's ready. I think we're ready to build. I keep shifting the table. Sorry about that. Yeah, I have to sit in weird ways right now because one of the medical issues I had this week I'm still recovering from. So we'll just set his little lightsaber blade aside since we're using the candy cane lightsaber right now. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm not sure how much talking I'll be doing tonight, just because I'm still recovering and all that. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, I'm already 20 minutes into stream and I'm just starting the build. I sure talked a lot the first part of the stream. Let's see, is his... So it looks like we're starting with a little bit of Technic framing. And make sure you're putting pieces in correctly. That looks like one of the ball joint tips. Is this where the head is going to be attached later? Maybe. Okay, these are some big joint pieces. I've only seen these on one set before, and spoil that I've been working on off stream, and that set I actually haven't been able to finish yet. But yeah, it doesn't look like these are being used as joints. It looks like they're being used as frameworks. And I just yeeted a piece onto the floor. So, yeah. Hopefully that's the only one for tonight. Let me try and retrieve it. I only saw one. I hope it's just the one. Anyway. So yeah, this is where the legs are going to attach onto. Excuse me a moment. Excuse me one moment. Sorry about that. A little bit later tonight, it seems I'll be having my first peppermint of the season. Still haven't had much pumpkin yet this season. Alright, let's just keep going. Alright, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I did turn my sound back on. I can tell from the stream. If I forgot to mute that call, sorry about that. If I did mute that call, well, then I'm just talking meaningless mumbo jumbo right now. So yeah, turns out our local Chick-fil-A hasn't sold out of the limited edition pretzel sandwich that was supposed to have ended 2 weeks ago. So I'm getting a nice dinner after the stream tonight. One last Chick-fil-A pretzel sandwich, because they're definitely going to be gone by the next time I get to Chick-fil-A. They're already officially discontinued. I guess it's just some locations are still using up their remaining stock. Uh, okay, our first little sub-assembly now. So yeah, I bought this set the day it was released to make sure I got it in time for Life Day, and then I couldn't actually stream on actual Life Day. Stupid health issues. But Lego's my therapy, and even as sick as I was earlier this week, I managed to do a big build off stream. And next month I'll be doing my biggest build ever, and that will have to be off stream because that set's too big. There's no way to set up the table such that it would work on this camera. So I'm not going to be able to stream my biggest set. I'll take photos though. Oh, my table's making a lot of noise tonight. Okay, I'm not sure what this little bit is supposed to represent, but it looks like we're starting to set up the shaping of the main body here. Looks like this is the orientation. Alright, so it looks like Lego is not doing any sets for the third Avatar movie that comes out next month. If they do, it'll be a big surprise because I haven't heard anything, and the movie's due next month. And so if there were going to be sets for the new Avatar movie, they would have been announced or revealed or even rumored by now. So I guess Avatar truly is done. That was a fun series in Lego. One of my favorite restaurants growing up that used to be all over the place, they pulled out of the state a few years ago completely, closed every location within a 2-hour drive of me. And then last year they announced that they were going to be opening a new location in my county, in my area. And last week it was announced that the restaurant canceled their plans to open there. There was a dispute. Apparently, legal actions being taken between the restaurant and the location. I don't know. It's a big mess. So I'll never get to eat at my one of my favorite restaurant. I'll never get to eat at a bunch of my favorite restaurants ever again because a bunch of other of my favorite restaurants have also been pulling out of the area. I don't know what brought that up now. I guess just seeing that this is a gingerbread themed, a cookie themed set. It's reminding me of food and treats, I guess. This isn't the first food. Okay, so this I think is supposed to be some kind of cake or maybe a present. This isn't the first food theme set I have. I have the I have that little donut shop. I have the slushy truck and the burger truck. So this isn't actually the first food theme set I have, but Lego doesn't do a lot of them. And when they do, it's mostly in the city line. This one is definitely supposed to represent a present. Okay, this goes here. I'm just glad to be streaming again. But we have a loaded weekend, so I know for a fact I won't be able to stream Sunday. And we have temple as usual tomorrow. So if I don't stream Saturday, then I guess we'll just be on Monday again. How's this piece supposed to attach? I can't tell. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so sorry, I ran out of stuff to talk about temporarily. Plus, between me talking too long at the beginning and then having that unexpected phone call, I'm trying to make up for a little bit of lost time here. Okay, so, alright, what's going on here is we have a little bit of a fireplace. Oh, shoot. Easy fix there. Those pieces haven't been secured yet. So it looks like we're building a little kind of a cozy relaxation holiday area for Vader to take a break and enjoy his holiday. Complete with a little teacup, it looks like. I've never known Vader to be a tea drinker. I didn't think it possible with his helmet the way it is, but... Alright, so... Alright, that's on. So is that supposed to be a little... That little gray bit there, behind the fireplace in there, is that a little representation of the Death Star? Maybe? That Vader can see through the flames? Or maybe it's just an ice planet, a representation of the ice planet that they're about to land at? No idea. But interesting detail anyway. Oh, and we have this flower piece in green. I don't think I've seen this particular shape of the flowers before. It's a cool shape. I've seen it in reviews in other colors for sets I don't have, but I don't think I've actually had that piece in one of my sets before. Okay, we have a little bit of a 4 times bit, but it's a simple one. Okay, need to do one more of those. We're coming up to the end of bag 1 here. Okay, so we have these little corner tiles here that we're putting above the fireplace. It looks like these represent stockings. Wow. So I don't know, the camera can't really get in there that well because it's a tight space, but you can see the stockings over the fireplace now. And that little flower, green flower above it. Okay, I gotta give him back his regular lightsaber blade because the candy cane is referenced in the instructions right now. So, and there's only the one. So he gets his normal lightsaber for now. Well, not quite his normal lightsaber because he still has that little cookie decoration on the bottom. Because the instructions show the candy cane needs to go on the decoration here inside the walker. There's a little clip. Which way is the clip facing? One moment. Alright. Nothing important there. And nice little chair for Vader to sit in. So I guess that red piece represents the rug. He's got his little teacup there. Or is that coffee? Maybe it's hot chocolate. You never know. Could be spiced blue milk. You never know. So it looks like we're finally returning to building up some of the structural bits here. This is definitely one of the more unique Lego Star Wars vehicles. Obviously, of course, the Rebuild the Galaxy stuff is pretty unique as well. Alright, clean up from bag one. And then we can move on to bag two. So here's what we have after bag one. It's basically the framework of the body complete with the cozy holiday scene inside. Let's pull out bag two and get started. Oh, we have some more candy cane pieces in this bag. Or I should say this parts pile because it's not in the bag anymore. That was a satisfying snap. So it looks like bag 2 is going to be the paneling for the main body here. Starting with this section. That goes... How exactly does this line up here? Like this. Yeah. So this bag should go pretty quickly, because it looks like this bag is going to be semi-repetitive. Oh man, I keep shifting the table. All right. That goes there. And this one goes here. And then this section goes in like this. We'll do a bio break after this bag, I think. Because I need to stretch. Where is that piece? There it is. Oh, I see what's going on here. We're using these candle-shaped pieces to make candy cane cannons. Interesting. Check out those candy cane cannons on this piece here. Okay, seating area. So we're actually building the cockpit now. I thought that came later in the build, but okay. Yeah, I definitely need to stretch after this, after we finish this section. Or I should say this bag. Okay, that goes there. I think I'm being forced into another move next month as well. So that will affect stream for a little while. Plus, of course, all the normal holiday stuff. I'll try and get on a couple times. I don't want to blow the whole month like I did this month. So I'll probably do a stream on Saturday. Ish, maybe. Depending on how I feel. goes here. Okay, let's. Okay, this one goes here, I think. Yeah. We just passed the 1 hour mark of stream. I think we're making good time on catching up for whatever. I'm in no rush tonight. I haven't gotten to do this in a few weeks, so. Okay, so here we have a smaller candy cane cannon. Alright, let's keep going. Looks like we have a new viewer. Let me see. My vision's not the best right now. Vioti? Is that how you pronounce your name? Welcome to the stream. This is the Lego Star Wars holiday Gingerbread AT-AT featuring Gingerbread Darth Vader. So yeah, this goes here, and then we have another one of these hinge sections. there. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how these are meant to angle. That may not be apparent until we do the top panel though. Okay, yeah, that goes there. Alright, so this is going to go in here, and this will set the angles. Okay, I see how it is now. Okay. That goes down on top. So when we come back from break, we're going to go into bag 3. And it looks like bag 3 and 4 are going to be the legs, and then bag 5, I guess we finish the shell here. But here's the head unit for the AT-AT. If you open this top flap, you can see a place for the driver inside. Of course, the candy cane cannons on each side. Very nice. Let's get this attached. And now it's so AT-AT is all-terrain armored transport. There's a whole bunch of AT vehicles. The AT-ST is the all-terrain scout transport. There's the AT-RT all-terrain recon transport. AT-TE all-terrain tactical enforcer. AT. There were a few others. AT-PT, I think one of them. All-terrain patrol tank. But this, I'm going to call the AT-CT, the all-terrain crawler transport, because it's still ground level, no legs yet. We're going to take a very short break, about 5 minutes, Never underestimate the importance of a good bio break when you're doing a long stream. But before we take our break, here's a quick look at the gingerbread Darth Vader. If one of the later bags has a spare candy cane, I might swap out the lightsaber again. But for now, this is how it's got to be. Alright, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'm back, so let's continue with the stream. I'm back, so let's continue with the stream. All right, audio's working. Looks like bag 3 is going to start with a 4 times build, so this will be part of the legs. Because this is a multiplier build, this bag should go pretty quickly. Multiplier builds usually do. All right, let's begin. So the way I do 4 times or multiplier builds is I do the whole page, every copy for the page, then I turn the page. That way there's no backtracking later. So once I put these little stud pins in, I'm going to put this down and do this 3 more times, and then we'll turn the page and see what comes next. Oh, that was close. You'll see how quickly things go when we're doing the same thing over and over again. Gotta do that 2 more times before we move on. Oh, these are the nice strong ratchet joints. The walker won't have any problem standing up with these legs. I wonder if we can do some of those funky poses that you sometimes see in the parodies. We'll try it out at the end, I guess. Since this isn't a normal AT-AT, let's have some fun with it. Okay, there's 4 of those. So now we're going to do these next couple steps. Okay, so yeah, this bag's going to go by pretty fast, I think. Or I should say parts pile, we're not in a bag anymore. You can see how quickly we're breezing through this repetitive bit. We're easily making up for chatty time now. All right, there's that page. And it looks like this is going to be the last page of this assembly. So this is what this part of the leg assembly is going to look like. And I just got to finish these last few steps on the other 3 copies of this. So let me do that. And it looks like that will already bring us to the end of bag 3. That was a quick bag. Alright, last one I have to do that for. And then bag 3 is already gone. This may be, not counting Super Mario bag 1s, which tend to be a singular character. Hold on, there it is. In the Mario series, bag 1 tends to be a singular character, and then the build starts in bag 2. But not counting the Mario bag 1s, this may have been the quickest single number bag I may have ever done in LEGO. Looks like I'm clocking about 12 minutes for this bag. Approximately. So we're going to bring out bag 4, which I would assume would be the other part of the rest of the leg, because that's clearly only part of the legs there. Alright, so now we turn this whole thing upside down. And it shows us sticking these onto the joints. It doesn't have feet yet, but is there enough contact point to stand? Yes, there's enough contact point to stand, but it's very wobbly and weak until we build the feet. What we're going to do, though, is I'm going to give it a little bit more stability by opening up some. There we go. We'll have it sit like that until until the legs are finished. And I'm going to actually move it here behind the instructions for right now. Bag 4. It looks like bag 4 is going to be the feet. So bag 4 is actually, let me put this out here where it's going to be out of the way, and then I can spread out over here. So bag 4 is starting with a 4X. So let's go ahead and start putting these together. Same deal as before. We're doing this everything on one page 4 times before we move on to the next page. Right. Because this is another 4 times build, this is another bag that's going to go quicker than average. Oh, I see. We're building up the iconic shape of the walker's feet now. Alright, that goes there. Alright, that's 2 for this page. Let's keep going. Alright. Okay, one more. For this page at least. Wow, that was lucky. That stopped just at the edge of the table and didn't actually go off. In terms of historically how AT-AT Lego models usually are, this one's a bit on the smaller side, but that's okay because our display space is compromised right now. So there's just enough room for this and one other thing. I can't even put up my village this year. I probably won't even be able to put up the other Lego Star Wars holiday set I have. Oh, that's cool. This piece is shaped like cake frosting. All right, let's keep going. It's repetitive but easy. These are going together pretty quickly. Almost there. Give me a moment. I'm trying to figure out which way these are oriented. Okay. So it looks like we're getting these bow decorations on the front of the feet here. So yeah, it looks like this bag is going to conclude once we finish decorating these feet. So this is what the foot looks like when finished, complete with the bow decorations on the front there. Or is that supposed to be the side? I'm not sure. I suppose it doesn't really matter. They'll probably look better if I have them facing out, actually. Alright, let's do that 3 more times. Alright, 1 more, and then we will be done with bag 4. Bag 4 is empty. We still have to attach these though before we can move on to bag 5. So yeah, this shows the bows facing outward to the side. So let me put this back into position so I can start with the feet. Okay, other side. So bag 5, I guess, is going to be finishing the main body shell. So there, it's standing now. And in the straight up standing pose, it's not looking too dynamic yet. But let's go ahead and get on with bag 5. And the picture shows that in this bag, we're also going to be using those string elements. So we'll pull them at the, well, we'll put them over here behind Vader so that they're ready to go. All right. And then once we finish building it up, then we're going to pose it. Let's put this over here in the corner where it's actually, what if we put it on this side behind the instructions for now? Something like this. That'll leave me space to have the build area exposed. Let's just keep going. Not the correct tile length, obviously. Streaming.
I know. Mute for a second.
Why mute?
Got my car back. It'll be there.
Anyway, we're back. Sorry about that. Let's keep going. So it looks like we're building up the side paneling now. Um, did I turn my audio back on? Let's just do a quick check. Um, did I turn my audio? Yeah, we're good. All right, let's keep going. All right, yeah, this is going pretty well so far. It looks like this green ring piece represents a wreath for the interior, like that. That's an interesting detail there. All right, this goes here. So that goes there. Okay. All right, that goes there. And then we go back here. It looks like we put a couple red flowers onto the wreath. Wow, that looks nice. So that's what the wreath looks like with the little flowers on it. That's going to be on the inside wall. Did I just build the whole thing upside down? Hold on. No, that's all oriented correctly on that side. So it's this side. Oh no, I didn't rotate it properly, that's all. I misinterpreted the turn signal there. We're good. Alright, so I need to see it from this side, because this is the, this attaches from this side, so let's open it up so that I can have clearance, and then I'll push it into position. Let me turn that around. So we do have corner bits that need to be done still before the shell is done, but we have to build the wall for the other side first. Yeah, this is coming together nicely. And once we finish the shell pieces, once we finish these shell sections, we'll actually be done with this. Overall, we're about 2 hours in. We'll be finishing this build at under 2.5 hours, which means considering I talked for 20 minutes at the beginning and we took a break in the middle, we're actually making pretty efficient time with this build. So we'll get a matching wreath for this side. And since I already showed you on the other side, I'm not going to take the time to show you again. This side is basically doing everything the other side did. Alright, yeah, this one goes here. This is a fun one. Definitely unique in its what it is. The first Star Wars Christmas set they ever did was unfortunately a Lego corporate employee exclusive. So it's really hard to get, and it's really hard to part out as well. I was gonna part it out for this year, but I decided to abandon that plan when I learned there was gonna be an actual uh, full release uh, Lego Star Wars holiday set. Maybe if they skip a year on the Lego Star Wars holiday set, maybe I'll part out the corporate exclusive rare um, holiday set for a future year. Okay. Let me attach this. And that goes into place. I know the action is a little bit behind the instructions right now, but this thing is big. Alright, let's turn it around. So, did I just do an incorrect? Yeah. I needed a 2x4, not a 2x3 in that spot. Let's turn this around so I can see it from the same orientation as the instruction book. I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Alright, that looks correct. Let's keep going. Okay. Shouldn't be too much longer on this build. So basically, what we're doing now is we're doing up the corner panels to finish up the shell. There's going to be 4 of these sections, and I'm working on the second one right now. Yeah, I see where it went. Got it. Yeah, this is a pretty model. Who would have thought the Empire could get so festive? I thought they were all about, oppression and erasing holidays. Ah, we're doing our first light string, it looks like. Oh boy. I've never been the best at working with these, but I've had these in a couple sets. Including one set that wasn't a holiday set. Alright, this bit's going to take me some time. I'm trying to make sure I do it exactly. Right, it doesn't look even because it's not. I don't have them perfectly centered on the bar bits. These strings with bar bits are a bit annoying to work with. I think I was just talking about that a few moments ago. These lights aren't going to look perfectly straight, but that's okay. Okay, I have this one oriented. I have this clip oriented incorrectly. Oh, I see. All right. So there's a string of lights along the outside of the walker. And it doesn't interfere with the ability to open it at all. All right, that's good. All right. All right. Turns out we do need have, it does want another bit of light on that middle section, so where it clips in, so gotta shift around that bar a little bit and make sure everything is in place. Alright, so now finally we can start doing the other side. So you'll see the completed side because I need to be able to look at what I'm working on. So alright, that goes there. Alright, I have one more wall section to do here, and then the second light string And then I think we'll be done here. Two and a quarter hours. What I say, this would be 2.5 hours. I think we did good in timing. Alright, attaching that other panel now. The outer shell is complete, and I just have to do the second string of lights here. Almost there. And with this last light going on the side here, the Gingerbread AT-AT is complete. Yeah. Let's turn the instructions off, and let's clean out these spare bits. And then let's take a few moments to enjoy the look here. So here is the AT-AT. It's got all the gingerbread coloration with the frosting and all the various Christmas lights on it. You can open up the body here, and when you open it, you can see the interior. There's a little fireplace there. I can't really get that up to the camera. There's some presents in the back here, in this back compartment here. There's a candy cane there. Where? Somewhere there's a candy cane. A seat for Vader in front of the fireplace. Stockings hanging over the fireplace. Little Death Star behind the fireplace. Now we'll go ahead and close it up. And we will, of course, up here up front on the head, you have the big candy cane cannons underneath here, and then the smaller candy cane cannons on the side here. And then you can open it up, and Vader can sit inside. Speaking of Vader, here he is. And when it comes to display this thing, because I'll probably have the wall closed, I may take out the candy cane and give him the candy cane saber anyway. But for now, he'll keep his regular saber with the cookie pommel. And, of course, the cape printed on the back there. Anyway, so there's Vader. And you know what? We've only been going a little bit less than 2.5 hours. It's not even 11 yet, and the night's still young, so tell you what we're going to do. Let's take a quick stretch, and then let's come back and let's do a bonus build. I have another holiday set here. Now this one's not a Star Wars thing. This one's just a straight Christmas set, but still cool. I have here, let's set them aside for a moment. I'll show you the box. The Santa Sleigh set. And this one's actually retiring, so grab it while you can. We're going to build this as a little bonus build when I come back from the break. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Like this. Oh, before we go, I'd mentioned it before we take the break. I'd mentioned that I wanted to see what kind of posing he could do. So let me try and see. Yeah, that's not going to work. But what if I... Yeah, that's not going to work either. The legs just aren't positioned correctly for what I want to do here, but maybe, just maybe. I do want to do a non-standard AT-AT pose with this, though. What if I... No, it doesn't go any more clicks that way. What if I do it like this? And then the head, but the head only has the one angle. So no, we can't really do what I was trying to do here. And I did pop a piece off by doing that, but easy fix. So let's just do a straight leg running pose like I had going before I put the feet on. kind of like this. That's a pose you don't see from the AT-AT every day. It almost looks like a reindeer running, almost. Without the horns, of course. Yeah. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, and we'll bring Santa into the party. And Vader and Santa can party together. I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, audio check. Are we ready to go? All right, audio check. Yeah, we are ready to start. So Vader can stay on the table because everybody gets to watch over the course of a stream. I will take the walker and set it off camera for now. And let's take a look at Santa's sleigh. So here's a picture of the box. You can see it's got 4 reindeer. Santa traditionally has 8 reindeer, but Lego tends to skimp on animal figures. And still, 4 reindeer, that's still a lot of nice animal figures going into the collection tonight. And then on the back here, you can see he's getting ready to launch. Some scenes. There's a drawer in the back of the sleigh, it looks like, with some snacks, and looks like he's got his nice and naughty list and a package. And it looks like he's got all sorts of little toys and accessories sitting in the sleigh. I see a teddy bear, I see a guitar, some skis. Let's get this open. Oh. Now push tabs, interesting. They packaged this like the promo sets with the tape. Give me a moment to retrieve my tool. Alright, the tape is cut. Let's go ahead and begin. Let's go ahead and get everything out of the box now. Oh, it looks like the reindeer pieces are actually loose. These weren't in a bag. That's highly unusual for pieces to be loose, not in a bag. Even if it's not a numbered bag, even if it's just like a side bag. That's cool. It's dual molded, so the body is the regular plastic that most Lego animals have, and then the antlers are in rubber, so that they don't turn into weapons. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay. We've got 1, 2, we've got 2 bag 2s and 2 bag 1s. Okay, so let's set the bag 2s aside. Of course, we also have our instruction book. I'll set that aside. And we have a sticker sheet. There's only 6 stickers on here, so it shouldn't be too difficult. I'll set that over here. Let's go ahead and pull up our instructions. And we also have what looks like an advertisement of some kind. Okay, so this is just that little advertisement about switching to eco-friendly packaging that hasn't really materialized too much in the United States yet. But apparently the new paper bags have been rolling out in Europe and Asia. So we're opening up bag 1 now. And there is no brick separator in this set, so we're going to just keep out the one that we were using prior. We actually didn't use it yet tonight, which is a good thing. And we have our little army of reindeer off to the side, ready to do with whatever needs to be done with them. Alright. So it looks like we're starting with Santa and a bunch of loose accessories. So we need to find Santa's leg piece. And then we need to find it. Okay, we found the beard. There's his hat. There's his head. We need to find his leg piece. And there's his tile. Okay, we still need to find the legs. There's the legs. Oh, it's the dual molded legs with the big boots. That's cool. Lego's been skimping on dual molded legs recently, so it's cool to see that. So let's get Santa's face lined up into the beard like that. And then he gets his little hat. And I just misaligned his face against the beard, so now he looks like Picasso. Let me try and fix that real quick. So here's the Santa figure. Again, without the focus, it's not looking very good, but he's cute. And oh, he forgot the naughty list. He's only carrying the nice list tonight. This is the Santa's nice list. Again, it's not going to focus, but let's get this into his hand. And then will sit him in the front here with Vader. And then it shows there's a whole bunch of accessories. So let's see here. I'll take a little plate so that I can show you the accessories without my fingers getting in the way. So we have this little teddy bear. And these I'm just going to pile next to Santa because it shows them all being loose. Let's pick a differently colored plate for this one. This one I'll just show with my fingers. There's this pretzel. Okay, this one requires 2 pieces. We have a carrot. We have this guitar. And then we have a ski set consisting of 2 skis with matching ski poles. So here's the skis. So a bunch of loose accessories for him to deliver to the kids. Let's find the 2 ski poles and just set them over here with the other stuff. There we go. And we are ready, I think. Yeah, so we're doing the thing that Lego traditionally does with the animals. We're filling in the backs so the animals look complete. And then these little bricks that we're putting in their backs to fill out the shape, we're going to take them out when it's time to attach them to the sleigh later. So this is what the reindeer looks like, fully shaped. I have to do that 3 more times, of course, before we can move on. Now, if I was truly had a mind for efficiency, I would just leave these out because we're going to have to attach them to the sleigh later anyway. But we can put them in. It's how animals are meant to be when they're not attached to vehicles. It makes the animal look more complete. We're not going to assign names to these reindeer because it's only half the team. So instead of using the traditional 8 Santa reindeer names, we'll make one of them Rudolph, who's like the 9th reindeer. And then we'll make one of them Frosty, like the snowman. And one of them will be Krampus, the old Christmas demon. And one of them will be Kringle, as in Kris Kringle, one of the alternate names of Santa from Europe. Yeah, I like that. Kringle, Krampus, Frosty, and Rudolph. And now it looks like we're building a couple presents to also go into this accessory pile. Let's make sure I'm using the correct pieces here. There's some pieces with subtle color differences going on here. So here's one present. And it looks like there's another present to do here. So yeah, this is pretty much the only bit of holiday Lego I'm doing this year. Because we're probably going to have to move studio, I won't actually be able to put up my holiday display this year. But at least we get to do a little bit of holiday spirit. So here's the other present. We'll put that over here with the other accessories. It looks like we have a few more presents to go here. Here's a tiny little present. Here's another one. Okay, I'm not seeing the pieces for this last present. Oh, well, that color's not showing up. That color's not showing up in my parts pile. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to start building, and when the pieces show themselves, we'll build this last little present. Oh, but we're actually not done with the other presents yet, so let's keep going on these for a bit longer. Here's another present. Here's another one. Here's one. And I see a couple of the pieces now for that present we couldn't do on the other page. And I see I've messed up this one, so that's why I couldn't find the parts. So I have to undo this present. Okay, brick separator is supposed to be good at separating bricks, but it's the way these two are attached that's giving me some trouble. Yeah, there's like no leverage because of the way these two are lined up so perfectly. I can't get the brick separator. There it goes. I got it. So this present is actually meant to be done with these pieces. Like this. And then these pieces here make this present, which is what we couldn't find before. Color matching between the actual plastic and the instructions isn't always the best, especially when a set has a bunch of colors that are similar to each other. So there's this present. Yeah, I've already done that one, so yeah, I have 8 presents. We're good to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We finished the presents. We're good to go. Let's begin building the sleigh now. All right. We're just under the 3-hour marker stream, but this build won't take long at all. Oh, wait. Yeah, I messed that up. All right, we're good. We should be good to go now. So right now we're building up the base of the sleigh. Here, get some side views on these guys. One can stay towards head on like that. All right. Yeah, this is going to go together pretty quickly at this point, I think. Okay. All right, sorry, I kind of temporarily ran out of stuff to talk about again, but that's okay because it is getting late and it allows us to keep efficiency on the build. So yeah, there's enough in my build queue to keep me through the next couple months. I'm actually purchases are on hold with the exception of the Black Friday release, which if you haven't been following Lego, the Black Friday release this year is amazing. And it's going to be the biggest set in my collection, but I won't be able to stream it because of its size. It won't fit on this camera. And now that we've started the main construction, it's moving pretty efficiently. Which is a good thing because now it is starting to get late. So yeah. This is proving to be another fun Lego stream. I think I chose well for this year's holiday season builds, considering the limitations I'm going to have this holiday season. I did that incorrectly. These go here. And these go here. Where's the other one? There it is. These are regular gold studs. This isn't the first carriage sleigh type vehicle holiday theme that I've done. I did one off stream. Actually, I did it on stream in computer Lego, and then I did the physical Lego off stream last year. Even though I can't do my village for this year, this will fit in nicely. I think next year we'll be in a space where I can actually do a proper little holiday display. And I have a couple sets in mind for that for doing next year. But we'll see what happens in the year to come. So is that a little present hiding under the seat, maybe? Let's see how the sleigh continues to evolve. This is coming together quickly. Obviously, when we get to the stickers, that's going to slow us down a little bit, but quick little efficient holiday build. There's a reason this was billed as the bonus build and not the highlight. But it's still cool. If it wasn't cool, I would not have decided it needed to go in my collection. Looks like the parts pile for bag one is almost emptied here. Yeah, bag one's almost done. So yeah, so what we're doing now is going to be the seat. So that was a loose present hiding under the seat. All right, we're already ready to go to bag two. Wow, there's a lot of spare bits left from bag one. And we haven't even touched the sticker sheet yet. All right, we're bringing over bag two. Let's get these open. Okay, let us continue. Excuse me. There's one of the pieces. There's the other piece. Shoot, I can't tell which way the clips are facing. If the clips are wrong, I'll just turn them later, I guess. Give me one moment. I need to see something. Okay, there's a bunch of people on. Well, we should have a choice for the raid later. Brett's not on though. He said he was going to stream tonight, but guess he didn't get on. He hasn't streamed in several weeks. In fact, his last stream was before my last stream. Dinner's waiting for me in the other room when I do finish building. So there won't be a third bonus build after this. I don't have anything else holiday themed anyway, so. Our first two stickers. Oh, I'd better put these on first because these are stickers that need to be lined up. Let's make sure. Yeah. I'm trying to make sure that these are lined up and as symmetrical as possible. Given that the actual detail is on opposite ends of the surface, but since they're both visible at the same time, I want them to not look too terribly crooked. Well, it's not perfect, but it's passable. Yeah, not bad. Ah, I have a spam bot. Let's get rid of them. All right, the spam bot. The spam bot is gone. Here's what the gold trim looks like on the back of the sleigh there. Let's keep going. I've been averaging one spam bot per stream, but usually they show up towards the beginning of the stream within the first hour. It's not usual for the spam bot to wait till the stream is almost over, at least in my case. Alright, there should be a long panel. I see, there it is. Alright, there we go. Lots of gold trim bits, gold detailing bits on this parts pile. So this looks like a little drawer that slides into the back like this. So that's how it goes in. Slides in like that. And then we're going to do our third sticker. which is we'll be halfway done with the sticker sheet at that point. So it looks like a little license plate, which says Sans 54 and 74, which from a distance looks like Santa. So 54 and 74. Often with license plates on vehicles from non-licensed themes, the license plate will either be the set number or some other number that's significant to whatever the theme of the set is. In this case, 54 and 74 looks like the word Santa from a distance. I can't get it to focus better than that, unfortunately. And it's supposed to line up flush, which means I need to figure out why the drawer is not going in all the way. There we go. So there it is. It's all lined up flush. And now you can pull the bottom section. You got your little drawer in there. Some of the accessories are going to go in the drawer, I bet, and some are going to go up top in the storage area up here. All right, let's keep going. We want to have these turned this way, I think. A world map sticker showing his route. So this is the console that's going to be in the front of the sleigh, showing the world map and Santa's route around the world. It looks like most of what's left at this point is just a bunch of detail bits. Obviously, we still got to put the treads on, or not treads. What do you call those things? Whatever they are, the ski bits at the bottom. We still got to do the hookups for the reindeer. But yeah, this is coming together very quickly, and most of what's left is details and trim. I can see some interesting parts in this parts pile. This is going to look really nice when done. I like LEGO's attention to detail recently. It's coming across in many of their sets, which is a good thing. Okay, I need to get close to the instructions real quick. I can't see specifically which piece this is supposed to be. Oh, Yeah, I was going for the wrong piece entirely. Glad I caught that. Okay. We're a quarter to midnight. So yeah, which is where I thought we would be, so we're good. This is the piece I actually need. Okay, I need to do another one of those little bits. Okay, we get another sticker. It looks like the last sticker is actually 4 stickers. Uh, Not looking forward to that bit anymore. Stickers are good for extra detail, but they can be annoying to get done to put on perfectly. So this sticker, SC for Santa Claus. That's a pretty one. Again, the camera's not really focusing. And this attaches to the front like this. Yeah. And of course this bit fell off, so let me put that bit back on. Oh dear, what piece is that? I can't even tell. Okay. Oh, gold star. Here's a little gold star decoration that's going onto the sleigh. Okay, this goes here. This one goes here. And then these go here. I'm trying to make sense of exactly how these all line up. And then some pins. And now we have these ski pieces to make the bottom bits here. And now we gotta attach some gold trims and some other bits. We're really coming along here. Okay. Yeah. Wow, okay. This goes in. Oh, I was behind the instructions again. Sorry about that. Gosh, how much of this last bit of the build have I had behind the instructions? I'm sorry. Okay, now we gotta apply the same decorations to this side. All right. There's that. Okay, and now it looks like we're finally going to start putting on the attachments for the reindeer. Oh, I forgot a piece on the other one. That's all right, we'll fix it. Let's get this piece on. And now we're going to take Kringle and Krampus. And while we're de-bricking the reindeer, I'll also de-brick Frosty and Rudolph. Okay. So I got to do a little bit more assembly, it looks like. Okay, I need to do those bits again. So it looks like the reindeer are all going to get the sticker. So let me go ahead and make all 4 of the sticker tiles while I'm thinking about it. The sticker's a little bit off the edge of the tile. Can I salvage this? Yeah, I think I can salvage it, but there will be some noticeable sticker damage here. Yeah, I butchered that sticker. That's alright. It will hardly be noticeable when pressed on. I'll show you the sticker after I do a good placement because I have to do 4 of these. Nice catch there. So that's what the sticker looks like that's going on the back of the reindeer. That's not focusing at all, but that's some more of the decorative gold trim. And that's going to go on the back of each reindeer. Oh, I gotta do 1 more of these sticker bits also. Okay, good enough. Yeah, that's the damaged one. This is the clean one. So this is the one we'll put on front. So this is what the reindeer looks like with all its trim. Obviously the red belt bit is only visible from one side because the inside is going to be used for connecting it to the sleigh. so the first two reindeer are up. And now there's another little connector bit in the middle we have to put together. And we just passed into midnight, but we're almost done here. I'm behind the instructions again. I'm sorry. Okay. Now we have to set up the connector for the other pair of reindeer now. That was not supposed to happen, but we can fix that. There we go. Gotta make sure everything is roughly even here so that it doesn't warp. So now we get our last two reindeer. And we gotta set up their attachments. Okay. We need to create one more attachment, and then we gotta put on the little belts and get these last two reindeer into line, and we will be done for the night. Clumsy moment. We've already done the stickers, so all I have to do is put the stuff on. I've been doing these wrong. Let me yeah, I've been doing the belts wrong. Let me realign them on these two. There we go. All right, stand up. Even that out. Alright, so the four reindeer are on, which means we've got to move out the spare bits. It shows the carrot and the pretzel going in the back drawer, and then the various toys and accessories going in the back compartment. Oh, forgot. Empty sticker sheet. I like to show the empty sticker sheet when I finish the last sticker, but let's see. How am I going to do this? So the drawer is a pretzel, the pretzel and the carrot. That must be snacks for the reindeer. And looks like everything else goes loosely into the bay here. And that's the end of the instructions. So let's turn off the instructions. And that's... We're done with our separator. So I'll just set that aside. And now let's load up the back. I'm just going to put all the presents in. We'll let the teddy bear ride up front with Santa. I'm having a hell of a time getting things to fit. There, that should work. And then the ski poles I'm just going to put in the lower drawer here with the snacks. Alright. Let's see who's available to raid and make our exit scene. We have a few choices tonight, it looks like. Oh. Alright, let's see here. It looks like most of the musicians on this list aren't actually doing music tonight. That could be an issue. Nice and 03, that looks like. We can try that raid. Let's try raiding Nice and, but first we have to set our scene. So let's take the reindeer body bricks and just set them aside, because they're not needed for the scene. And then, of course, we gotta bring our main event back, the Gingerbread AT-AT. And yeah, should I do the candy cane lightsaber? I can't get to the candy cane right now, I don't think. No, it's gonna be too difficult. And then Santa will put in front of his sleigh like this. Next to the reindeer, he's getting them ready, it looks like. Or actually, can we just put him in the seat? Yeah. So Santa will actually ride in the sleigh with his little teddy bear friend. Toys waiting behind him. Reindeer ready to go. And the AT-AT is already having a structural issue. There we go, we fixed it. And Darth Vader. I'm going to sit him on top so you can actually see him. Like that. Alright, so Darth Vader is approaching Santa. We have the Gingerbread AT-AT, Santa's Sleigh, a nice pair of holiday themed vehicles ready to go in the holiday display that isn't getting put up this year, but at least we got to do a holiday Lego stream before the storm. Anyway, yeah, 4 hours. Let's set up the raid. What did I say? Yeah, we're just raiding out randomly. Have a good night, and I will. This was fun. Alright, we're raiding Nice Ann. We're gonna have some music. Have a good night, and I will see you soon. And may the force be with you. Happy Life Day. Happy upcoming Thanksgiving. If I don't see you before then, but I'll probably be here Saturday. Have a good night. We'll see you soon. Have a good night. We'll see you soon.